Hi everyone, welcome back to the Lowe Down. Today we got a special guest. Some of you will already know him. You will have watched his videos, you will have laughed, you may have cried. No doubt have been entertained. We have got Hector Lopez. Hector, welcome.
Thanks for having me, mate. Very excited to be here.
Well, thank you very much. We met each other a couple of years ago in a cafe over a coffee, and since then you've grown up.
Things have happened.
Yeah.
I haven't grown up much, I want to be clear. I've grown up a little bit. But
Okay.
yeah, no, I remember that day very, very well.
You're a petrol head, a massive one.
Definitely.
And you're very much into car culture, and it comes across in everything that you do. You got the right mix of humor and passion. So I'm going to stop kissing your ass now. People who don't know you, I want you to tell us a little bit about you. You rock the Hispanic vibes. Yeah.
Little Latino vibe there. Gotta
There
be
we
done.
are. Okay. And yeah, so over to you.
Amazing. Well, yeah, no, I guess for me, like, cars have always been a really big part of my life. To be honest, the man I have to thank for that sat behind the camera over there is my dad.
Nice.
So as a kid, they were just always around the family. Walk into the kitchen as a kid and there was like an old Auto Trader or car magazine just dashed on the kitchen table, and I'll just pick it up and have a glance. And then as I grew up, it was just, I guess, I'm of that age where I was just absorbing it through digital, just obsessed with YouTube, churning TikTok, watching loads of it online, but never really thought about creating content myself. Just always loved cars. And to be honest, I've always loved more like affordable, achievable, attainable cars rather than like mental supercars. They've never really done it for me, to be
Which
totally
is probably
honest.
actually cooler.
Yeah, I think
to
so.
me.
I think so.
And to most members of the public, or most average Joes or everyday guys that
For sure.
are into cars. So yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. We all appreciate the big fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for the majority of the public, we're going to be, do you know what I love? I love buying, and I'm 42, so I'm going to come back down to your age now. More affordable whips.
Yes.
All right. You won't hear me say whips very often. Do you know what I love? I love when you get £100,000 car and it's now 10 grand.
That's what we live for. That's what we live for. Something like a Range Rover L322.
Yeah.
You know, back in day, it was 120 grand. Some guy spec'd it to the nines. Now it's on Facebook for 6 grand. You just think, give that to me. That's good stuff.
That's been my whole car journey.
It's
I've
amazing.
always driven around and stuff like that. I also like a big fat S-Class.
Yeah.
Or any of those cars like that. And I still think incredible value for money when you get one which has been cared for and you get it for a good price and you feel the dog's bollocks in it.
Massively, massively. I think that's I'm very, very lucky. So I guess continuing, I had lots of mates who were into cars as I was growing up. And then I moved to London and I worked in cars for a long time.
Tell me about that. What did you do?
Yeah, so I didn't work at like a dealership or anything. I was involved through the digital side. So I thought, I want to work with cars. I'm not going to be a Top Gear presenter. What am I going to do? So I worked for a marketing agency and we basically made films with some different car companies. So we worked a lot with like collecting cars and Bonhams and some other interesting brands. Car and Classic, I'm sure everyone watching this has spent like hours cruising, amazing, cruising the green website that they have. But yeah, I just really, really loved that side of it, like getting behind the camera, making the films. Yeah. And then I stopped working in cars. I packed it all in, got another job. I now work for a very boring tech startup. If they're watching this, it's not boring. It's great. I love it.
Hi, guys.
But I thought, because I'm no longer involved, from a work perspective, I want to be involved with cars. Yeah. So let me start making some stupid videos that people can enjoy. So I started He or Heck Chats Whips.
Yeah. So if you're like me and you read things 100 miles an hour, it's He Chats Whips.
Yeah.
But it's actually Heck, short for Hector Chats Whips.
That's exactly it.
You're doing things refreshingly different. I think a lot of us would agree, as we're people who are consuming what you're doing and we're watching it and we're laughing. You've got what's the ideal London whip? Is that it?
The perfect daily London whip.
Okay.
Kind of ridiculous concept, but yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, okay. Well, and then what else what are the other ones that you're doing?
I do that, and then if I get like a really interesting car that is maybe miles away from London, I'll just do a more standard like film about something cool. So like I've just been out and filmed this RS4 cab behind us now, and did something a bit different. You'll see it all, but it's basically how I think that's actually the best variant of RS4 that you can get.
Really?
The cab. Yeah.
Cab.
Yeah, I think it's the best. We'll come on to that.
Controversial.
Very controversial.
Over in Avant.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I look forward to seeing it.
I'm going to steamroll any argument that says otherwise.
Okay,
but then the last format of content that I do is I've done a bit of car spotting stuff, but I own a bit of a ratty Porsche Boxster.
Yeah.
And by the time this goes up, I'm sure I would have started basically a series of me like bringing that back to life, getting it back on the road, because it's been sat for a while.
Could you work with some friendly, hospitable manufacturers, parts guys, dealers? Your Tut Hills, obviously you did an amazing video with them recently.
That was, amazing.
You're one lucky devil.
I am a jammy bastard, I will say that.
You drove the 11,000 RPM.
The 911K, yeah. I was actually chatting to my dad about that on the way here. We drove from London today.
Yeah.
So a bit of a trek, but we were nattering away about cars. And that was like just otherworldly. I can't really put it into words.
Not many people on this planet who have driven that.
Yeah, I feel super, super lucky. I am, as I say, a jammy bastard.
Around here, we say you make your own luck.
That's all right? What I like to hear.
It's true, because you're putting yourself out there. You get out there and you're going to make these opportunities. But I think probably because of the way you come across in it, you're not taking yourself massively seriously.
No, definitely not.
But you're having fun and you're a petrol head. I'd like to think that's what the guys at Tut Hill bought into and like.
I'm hoping so. But yeah, they do some crazy stuff there. And that car is, it's more like a super bike than
How much is that
car? It's 850,000 plus tax. So
wow,
it's about
it's a million quid car.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy bit of kit.
Wow, okay. Wow.
So yeah.
The first one I've got for you is I'm going to give you 100 grand.
Oh.
There you go. 3 cars. What are you buying?
It's a great question. And the reason it's so good is because I think as like car people, your answer to this will probably change every single day.
Or as the wind blows. And,
just depending on what you're looking at.
And I know it's a question that is asked a lot.
Yeah.
But it's important.
It's a great question because also you can approach it in different ways. But anyway, the way I've chosen to approach it.
Gives us a feel about you as well.
I'm hoping. Oh God, now the pressure's on.
All right.
For me, I have to have a car that like will scratch every itch that I want from cars with my 3-car garage, if we're going to call it that. So the first one, I want something sporty, like go out and have a quick rouse on a weekend. I want the leggiest E46 M3 CSL on the market.
The leggiest
so
CSL.
I need a cheap one because I've only got 100 grand.
Does a CSL exist?
Yes.
With that rails?
So there was one that sold on an online auction house recently.
Yeah.
I can say the name, Collecting Cars.
Yeah.
But I want to say that was 130,000 miles.
Right.
Had a new engine from BMW under warranty.
Yeah.
And it sold for like 40 odd grand.
Amazing. So
how cool is that?
So 40, you got 60 left.
I got 60 left. I'm then going to get, I've already mentioned it once in our little chat, but I'm going to get a Resto Mod L322 Range Rover.
Resto Mod?
There's a company up in Manchester. I forget what they're called. I'm sorry. We can
V8 Volt?
Yes.
Yeah, good guys.
V8 Volt.
Yeah.
Is the guy, the Ben?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Ben, great guy.
Yeah.
He messaged me the other day and I'd never seen them and I saw their cars for the first time. Picture an L322, so like early 2000s rangy. They retrofit like the most gorgeous wooden and leather interiors.
I've been up there.
The cars, mate.
I've been up there and lovely bloke. And he, what they're doing inside them, the challenge for them is finding quality, like they need to find quality low mileage ones.
Yeah.
And they're all getting snapped up right now.
Yeah.
They're like a cult car on trend and everyone's like, they're amazing. Yeah. Have you driven one yet?
I've never driven one.
Okay. It's a magic carpet.
Yeah.
To drive. Yeah. I've owned lots of them and you get one of the last ones made, 2012, the Westminster ones or whatever it may be. TDV8 is a must.
Yeah.
Or a V8, 5-litre V8 supercharged, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And there's some special quirky options on them as well that came out over the years, different models and all the rest of it. But they're special.
They're amazing. They're amazing. And the stuff that they have is,
What's the budget on that? What are you spending?
I think I want to say, Ben, I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I want to say they're like 20 grand.
For a leggy one?
Yeah, again, I don't mind a leggy one though,
All right, fine. You got 30 left. Let's go.
Okay, and this is what I mean.
No. What was the CSL?
We're going to say the CSL realistically
60.
was 50.
50, so
plus
25. 20.
So I've got 30k left.
Go on then.
And this is what I mean by this changes every day.
Yeah.
My answer probably would have been different, but since having just been out on it, I would have one of
You're
these.
having a laugh.
I'm not joking.
Are you?
I'm not joking.
You liked it that much?
I loved it.
Manuel.
Gearbox.
Sorry to steal your line.
No, mate, have it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think very quickly coming back to it, the reason I love this so much and the reason I think this is the best variant of B7 RS4, which is what this one is here, is because the Audi RS4 of this generation is not an amazing sports car. Like the Avant and the Saloon.
Yeah.
They're quite heavy. They're a quattro wheel drive. They're like 1,800 kilos. If you want a real sports car, you just buy like an E46 M3, like I already mentioned, because the chassis is so much better. The thing that is insane about these is that 4.2 litre engine is mental. revs to like over 8,000 RPM, 420 horsepower.
Hope you didn't do that in hours.
Didn't rev it above 3, but I've read the brochure, so fine.
Thank you.
Read the brochure. And in my opinion, the Cabriolet lets you experience that engine way more than the Saloon or the Avant. Like if you have the roof off and you can hear it, that is the best experience of that engine, and you buy the car for that engine.
Also, the suspension on those is not that hard. I think
so
it's all
comfortable.
Right. Yeah.
My elderly father, again, behind camera over there.
I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing elderly about him. He's as fit as a fiddle. Yeah.
He was saying how comfortable the thing was the whole time. So it's a great sign. But and they're the cheapest. They're cheaper than the Avant. They're cheaper than cheaper than the Avant, cheaper than the Saloon.
I've stopped using the word cheap.
What do you say?
I like value.
Value for money.
Yeah, I don't like cheapening a car because it's a good car. And that one there is only 50 odd thousand miles, 3 owners, and is cared for, and every single job done. And that interior
spec, I don't know what the name is, but that white.
It's like a light stone, I think, or something like that. Gorgeous. I'm probably wrong on the colour. There's a lot of car colours, paints and interiors, and I get muddled up.
So do I. I'm not that guy.
No,
whatever.
There are guys on the internet who will message and tell us.
They'll be there right now.
Thank you. Look forward to the message. And but to me then, it's okay, all year round usability. So you're in the UK, it rains, it snows, it's sunshine sometimes. But also you want to go skiing?
I don't ski, but I'll go.
So when you go out, well, you need to learn, because in one of those, you go skiing in that. You've got 4x4 for the snow, but also the roof off for the sun.
They're perfect. Such a cool car. And you know what? Everyone says Audis of that generation, they understeer. It doesn't really understeer that badly. Maybe if you're, Chris Harris and you're going 10 tenths into a hairpin, it will scrub. But it's such a good car. And the value is incredible. Love it.
That's a good list. Okay, and then a quick fire one is just 3 cars, any budget ever.
Oh, God.
Anything, just pick 3.
F40.
Yep. Popular on this podcast so far.
I think one of the coolest cars ever made. Again, this changes all the time. I've got to have a cool old wafty classic. Let's just go Gullwing 300 SL Gullwing.
I love them.
Yeah, they're quite gangster,
Beautiful.
aren't they?
I wouldn't call them gangster, but you would.
And then what else would I have? I'd probably have. I love them so much. I don't even think they're that much money, but the Phantom, just as BMW became involved with Rolls-Royce, which I want to say is like early 2000s.
What colour are you going for?
I'm going for silver.
Are you?
I live in London and I see them around, obviously.
They're all black?
No, they're all silver, and I think they look amazing.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
But you don't see the old ones that much.
Silver paint shows the lines of cars great, I think.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
100%.
Hey, that's good. We got to know you a little bit then. All right, yeah. So, all right, so you're a Rolls driver.
I never thought I'd say that.
The world of social media, yeah?
Yeah.
I've spoken to other guests about this and stuff like that, and it's kind of like bringing car culture more alive. But right now, there's a boom in the UK, like the car culture in the UK is booming, yeah? How many quality influencers are there doing amazing reviews and actually getting amazing content out and all the rest of it? Then you've got all your designers, like your the Kaiser,
yes,
and all the rest of it, and David Vidiris, I hope that's how you say his name. Like he drops like pictures of like little BTCC style. I'm going to say your word, gangster. Citroen Saxos,
cool.
And like all this kind of stuff, and like there's so many different things, isn't there, out there at the moment, covering so many different genres of cars and the culture all out there, all pumped out onto Instagram mainly.
I totally agree. It's we are living in an interesting time, right? Exactly as you say. We've got this weird juxtaposition where stuff's going electric, the government, and without getting political, EVs are being pushed to the masses, and I get that. Like, we definitely have to look after the planet. But at the same time, there's been like a massive resurgence in appreciation for cars and young guys like myself and girls, which is epic, creating mad content about super interesting cars. And it's not like new flashy stuff. It's often like an appreciation for valuable, engaging, fun stuff. So yeah, I totally agree with you. It's great. And I'm very fortunate. I'm good mates with some people who are like really talented, like Mike Candy Sherham. I've got to shout him out. I think he's one of the best. Yeah. He's kind of like the modern cool James May, is how I like to put it.
The modern cool James May.
Yeah,
Mike, if you're hearing this, congratulations. He just did that.
He's going to hate that. Well, I hope he doesn't hate that.
No, he won't hate that.
But yeah, no, we're really lucky, and there's some amazing stuff going out there. And I totally agree with you. Like, brands and mainstream companies are becoming so engaged with the car world.
Yeah.
Like Porsche, I can't think of a more vogue, cool brand to be associated with. Like A Million d'Or, a super high-end clothing company.
I saw that.
They're collaborating with a car company.
I like their hipster hats.
Edgy hats.
Edgy, are they? Edgy are they? There's nothing edgy about them. But I tell you, I loved the 993 Turbo. Is that what they did? The green one?
With the fur interior.
Lamb's wool carpets and the darkest of cognac tan leather.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the little details on it.
Beautiful.
And that got so much publicity for Porsche and them, and they knocked it out of the park.
Knocked it out of the park. Yeah, I think Porsche are better than anyone at like engaging with pop culture, for want of a better phrase. They just do it really well. And then a chap called Ferdinand Porsche, he's doing an amazing job with Fat International, which is, again, they've done the ice race. He's got a cool clothing brand. There's just a lot of really great stuff happening with like young, interesting people with cars, and it's so good to see.
A lot of it's design led.
Yeah.
Yeah, which a lot of young people are interested in or want that, that connection to.
Massively.
Team Ikawa. I'm trying to think.
Oh, I can't say the name either.
I can't say the name.
They've done some stuff with Type 7 though.
I don't want to call it Team Ick.
Ikuzawa?
Perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah.
And I love all the stuff they pump out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything from all their posts to their collab with sunglasses to all the different bits and pieces that they do. And I look at that bright red and white branding, and I just want to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool. I totally agree. They did,
I just feel like if I wear it, I'm instantly cooler.
Yeah, you instantly just become a bit of a dom.
Yeah.
No, they did a really cool collab, I remember, with Type 7, and they sold all these, T-shirts and Selfridges. And I remember being one of the schmucks that queued up after work in London, went to Selfridges to go and buy an insanely expensive T-shirt.
Okay.
But, that's what they're doing. It's working. It's working.
On this little podcast, we talk about trips, adventures, all the rest of it, and things that we've done. Have you done any? Have you got anything up your sleeve? Would you like to do some? What's on your radar? Like, what's coming up for you?
Great question. I guess, have I done any, first of all? I'm actually, I need to do it more. I'm a bit annoyed by that. I guess living and working in London, I don't have all the time in the world to go and do like big Europe trips. I've driven to France a couple of times, but I would never say I've done like an out and out amazing road trip. So I want to get that done. Really, I want to take my Boxster to the Nürburgring as the sort of grand finale of this series that I'm planning.
The guys next door here at SMG Motorsport, they do a few trips to the ring each year.
Do they?
Yeah.
See, yeah. I really want to do that.
And a couple of those kind of similar cars also, but you'd be going with mechanics, which is handy. Okay.
Which I'll need. Maybe I'll have one of the lads strapped to the back of the car, ready to go. The wrench in hand.
Have you heard of Turo? Turo.
Is that the rental company for cars?
It is an Airbnb kind of style business of cars.
Yeah.
In many, many countries around the world. So I went to France recently, had just a look out of interest. All right. Early 911T. Yeah. Can be dropped off at the airport for you.
Yeah.
It's going to cost like $2,000 it was for 5 days. It's not mental, but it's still a lot of money. And I just think there's an opportunity there. Like you could, like for people to be able to go away and film and do content. Like there's so many different cars on that website in lots of different airports or different locations around the world. I'm fascinated by it.
I know it's massive in the US.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It like opens the door to just accessing cars that you wouldn't otherwise be able to.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think though,
there's got
to be some ropey stolen cars that someone's just banged on there and they're just renting out. I don't want to call Turo out. I'm sure they've got some security for it, but that's got to happen, surely.
I hope not.
I reckon it's going down.
Gap in the market there for maybe for some delinquents to do that, but I hope not. Anyway,
we hope not.
What is going on in the world of events at the moment for like, what's the coolest kind of car event that's going on at the moment? What do you think?
Oh, great question.
You've got various stuff going on down in London. You've got the Classics and Cake.
Classics and Cake. That's shout out Merlin at his place, Duke of London. Yeah. It's a great question. There is actually, we're so lucky, I think, in the UK. Yeah. London is great, but the UK in general, we just have amazing car events all the time. Yeah. I guess London specifically, you have the very upmarket stuff like Salon Privé, which is concourse, ultra expensive cars on a lawn, nothing's moving, everyone's drinking champers in a cheap suit, normally an expensive suit actually. But you've got that as an option if you want. You've then got, exactly as you say, much more low key, low barrier to entry stuff like Classics and Cake and Merlin at Duke of London.
Box and Gas was just on.
Box and Gasser. You've got, and that's kind of more cool, engaging, more affordable cars. Massive Porsche meet. My favourite meet in the UK, apart from the Lowe Classics coffee morning I came to the other day, which was a ripper.
We've only done one of them.
It was a ripper, though.
We will do more. We will do more.
But my favourite event is it's got to be Goodwood members meet.
Oh yeah,
it's smaller than Festival of Speed or Revival.
Yeah,
so you can get around a bit easier. But what I love about Goodwood, I think it's the only place in the world where you can go as a regular punter, just a normal geezer, and you can rub shoulders with the drivers in the paddocks. And, you know, they'll be like Jenson Button, Chris Harris, Karun Shandok, all these legends of the game. And you're just cruising about with them, watching them race.
Fun fact.
Go on.
I raced there. I did. 2018, the Betty Richmond Trophy, Mini 60th birthday, 60 minis on track, 2 heats, 30 minis, and then there was a final for the top 15 of each that went through.
So cool.
And
how did you find the circuit, by the way? I've never driven Goodwood. Fun in a Mini?
Yeah, class. Yeah. There's I'll chuck up a little. I've got a little clip from a friend of ours worked at Top Gear Filming. Chris Harris was actually racing in that race.
Did you beat him?
No, I didn't. I think I was 14th. He was 12th in the final. Or maybe he did even better than that. Who knows? But I did get to have a cuddle with him. And he did say something nice to me. I can't remember what it was now, but I got a photo. That was nice as evidence. I'm a fan of his. You know,
Me and you both.
I am a fan of his. I really is. He doesn't really give a shit, does he? Do you know what I mean? That's how he comes across. And I like that about him. Yeah. You know, and he's also into the kind of cars that we all like.
100%. You know? He's a proper diehard enthusiast.
He could probably have any car he wants. And he does that. So, yeah, I'm a fan of that. But racing, he was in the BMW Classic Mini of like Works Mini. He was in like their own race car.
Yeah.
And we were in our own little one that we built ourselves here. Nice. And we raced it. Yeah. And I remember the letter coming through the door one day to say that I was there. And I was like, I was camping out behind my letterbox waiting for it because I heard a rumor I might get it. It was crazy at the time. Yeah. But anyway, cool. Yeah. So that event, they treated a novice clubman racing driver like myself. They treated you exactly the same as all the other racing drivers.
Yeah.
I had a wee next to Sterling Moss.
Is he packing? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that question.
I have not. I did not take a look.
You definitely took a look.
No. He's a late, great legend. I'm not even going down this road.
For the record, if I'm weird next to Sterling Moss, I'm checking it out. I'm checking out the artillery.
My God, alive. No, I did not do that. I did say hello, sir. And he did say, all right, kid, back to me. The rest of the drivers out there, Jackie X, all these different kind of legends that I'm a big Le Mans fan. And nice. Over the years and all the rest of it, I like that endurance racing, especially in the 80s, 90s, that era. I was in awe at that event. I was walking around with my jaw on the floor. Yeah, incredible. Derek Bell.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So Derek Bell turned up in his 924 Carrera GT road car, which there can't be many of those. I've got a picture of that as well. I'll see if I can chuck that up. Yeah, it was that kind of stuff. And it was just incredible. So in where the drivers get changed. Yeah. The old school, legit superhero drivers, with their slick back hair and their big aviators, you know, they'd hang up their jackets and their race bags and they were like period correct stuff.
Cool.
And they would like, yeah, I've got photos of these. I was in the change rooms taking photos and I thought I was a right weirdo. And, but it was the fact that these jackets were like padded, quilted, thin leather jackets, but like with a quilt in them with like Porsche written on and then driver's name etched into them. Like total, like massive quality compared to anything you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And these were all in there and all this stuff and all the rest of it. And anyway, it was amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was a highlight.
A really special place.
I raced for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And that was the highlight of my racing, was doing that event. And yeah, and it was just incredible to take our little team from here, from rural Wales.
So cool.
To there with all the superstars.
They do it. So, and exactly as you say, like, I think it's one of the last places in the world where you can turn up as a privateer and just get treated like you are a legend.
Yeah, it was amazing. Class. Yeah, it was class. And, but as for the track, yeah, the last corner, you just flick the Mini in and it would dance around like 4-wheel drift, you know, all the rest of it. And a lot of the Mini racing was like that. Yeah. And it was, thank God they put that race on. Thank God they let loads of like novice members of the public come and race at it. And yeah, hopefully they do it again one day. You know?
Fingers crossed.
Okay, so we've got you here. And one of the questions we also like to ask every single guest, because there's normally a story behind it, is, Hector, what was your first car? And tell us all about it.
Oh, okay. Just to be a bit annoying and pedantic, I learned to drive in a VW Lupo, but sort of
Cool
on
car.
really cool car, but you know, on sort of dirt track type situation. I grew up in the middle of nowhere, but my first actual car on the road, Fiat Panda 100 HP.
No,
That is a car.
that is a cool car.
Really loved it. And I remember when I first got it, it was a 1.4, I want to say, 16 valve.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Hopefully I'm getting the specs right. But it was like gunmetal grey, and it was the coolest car that out of all of my mates, because it sounded quite fruity. The gear stick in a Panda, if you've ever had the honour of driving a Panda.
We've got one knocking around.
Great cars.
We've got a black 100 horsepower track car, Panda.
I need to see that
knocking
after.
around in the group with
I
us.
need to see that. But the gear stick is right up top, bit like a rally car. But anyway, so much fun. But I remember having it as obviously it's my first car, like really inexperienced driver. And they have horrendous lift-off oversteer. So a couple of times I'll be going into a roundabout as, you know, a zesty 17-year-old, giving it some beans and then just come off the throttle and just full rotation in the Panda.
Yes.
But I never binned it. I just, you know, spun it a couple of times. But what a first car. I loved it.
Great car for an education.
Great car for an education.
Teaching you. Yeah, okay. Where is she now?
I don't know. I had that for a couple of years. And then I got an Audi TT, a 180, like the first gen, the bubbly one, bit ugly, but interesting.
No, I like them. I'm right with them. Yeah, I think
okay.
that was a concept car on the road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think they do the Club Sport one, which is really cool, which is like with the bucket seats and a rear strut.
I
and
like
a
the
black
baseball
roof.
stitch leather.
Oh, I've never
It's in
seen
the Mark
that.
1 TT. Is that what you had? Mark 1?
Yeah, Mark 1, but no
Yeah,
baseball.
so in the Mark
leather.
1, there's an option, which was the very first Mark 1 Audi TTs. They didn't have a rear spoiler, and they used to cause issues. I think that used to, like, did they crash or lift? I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I know that they're rare as hell to find one without the rear spoiler. Most of them had the spoiler added. But they did this option for a baseball glove stitch leather. Okay, so it's tan leather with massive thick stitching. I don't know why I'm holding my finger like that, but yeah. And this stitching went all the way around the seat, all the way around, all the rest of it, and looked like a baseball glove.
So cool.
And it's a super rare option, and they are valuable now.
Yeah.
They're on the up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool.
Really cool. They're really cool cars. And again, I enjoyed that. But anyway, I don't know what happened to the Panda, but I remember selling it because I got a TT.
Do you remember the reg?
Oh, I don't remember. And I know
No,
real car
don't do
people.
that to
I know
me.
real car people always remember the reg, but I don't remember the reg.
F27 Ant.
Was that your first car?
That was a Ford Escort fastback van.
Can I hijack the podcast and ask you what your first car was?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, if you want to. My first car was a Ford Sierra GL 1.6 Estate.
I don't know what that is.
No, it's so Sierra Cosworth.
Okay.
This was the ugly sister. The car was £30.
Oh.
Okay, this is 30 quid. And I had to fill up the liquid on it, the fluids on it often. I cracked an egg into the radiator to fill the holes in the radiator.
That doesn't actually work, does it?
I'm speaking as I find. Yes, it did. Depends on the size of the egg.
Ran
and
the
holes.
Sierra on Burford Browns. Love that from you.
Yeah, it was probably Tesco value eggs. Yeah, so that was my first car. But F27, I don't remember the reg of it, so I'm being a hypocrite. All right. But I do remember the reg of my second car, F27 Ant. And that was a Ford, a Mark III Ford Escort van. And they did a fastback option, like a slanty back.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah. And that was my second car.
Were you big into your Fords then?
No. I just didn't have any money. So that was 300 quid. Yeah, and
10 times what you paid for the first one, though. So you were
quick
growing
maths.
in wealth.
Quick maths. I had a mattress in the back of it, and for chilling.
Oh, just chilling.
Yeah, and that was my second car, and that was a good one.
That's cool. So you had a Sierra GL, then a van, and I had a Panda, then a TT.
Yeah,
I think we've both done quite well there.
Different generation. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm an 80s kid, so I'm pretty sure the generations after have all been spoilt with what cars they have. Now, I know your dad's here. Is that like a care in the community thing? You're not allowed to be left out alone on your own?
Yeah, I have to take him everywhere.
You have to chaperone.
Wipe his arse from time to time.
No, the other way round with you. Get out of here. It's not him. You're the one who needs looking after.
No, he's actually been a legend of a dad today. He's come to help me film the RS4.
Yeah.
He's a weapon behind the camera, and he's a great stunt driver.
Oh, amazing. Good.
And also, because my Boxster is currently having a load of work done, I was carless.
Yeah,
so
great.
again, dad coming in clutch and giving me a lift here today.
Amazing.
So he's the GOAT.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's your biggest fan, so that's all as
We know
well.
He's the biggest fan. I force him to watch all the videos before they go out.
Oh, do you?
He's the litmus test of Heckchat's whips. If I see him sniggering at the video, I think I've done well there.
All right, fine. Okay, cool. All right. Well, look, I want to say a massive thank you very much. Okay, it's been a pleasure doing a few bits and pieces with you and doing some filming with you and so on. It's interesting to see where you're going to go next. You know,
who knows?
Yeah, well, I think you're doing well. I'm pretty sure the viewers and everyone else who are watching this think you are. And Hector, thank you.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Cheers.
What a pleasure.